Hey students, today we are going to learn about the volume of a rectangular prism. So just a reminder of what a rectangular prism is. It looks like a cube. The only difference is that maybe not all of the sides are the same length or the same size as the bases. So a cube has six equal sides. A rectangular prism doesn't necessarily have that. So this is a rectangular prism and we're going to find the volume of it. So one thing that's important to know is what is volume. So the volume is how much stuff could fit inside of this. So area is like if you painted it, how much would take up on the outside, where volume is how much would fit in it. So that's something that's important for like a fish tank. You want to know how much water you would need to fill a fish tank. Dump trucks, the amount of garbage that they can fit in a garbage truck has to deal with how much volume fits in it. So again, volume takes up 3D space. It is not flat. It's how much stuff can fit inside of one of these guys. So the first thing that we need to do, so our learning target is I can find the volume of prisms using formulas and models. We need to figure out what is the formula to find the volume of a rectangular prism. So area, we just did length times width. Volume is one extra step. It's length times width times height. So length times width times height. Another way to write that is length times width times height. If you ever have a problem where they give you the base area, so the area of one of the bases, really all you need to do is take that base area and multiply it by the height. So again, base area times height, which is the same as capital B times H. All right, so we need to find the volume of these two rectangular prisms. You'll notice that this one is actually a square prism, which is also called a cube because all of the sides are the same. So for part A, we have 5/8, 1/2, and 7/8. So our volume, we're just going to multiply those three. So 7/8 times 1/2 times 5/8. Next, we'll see if there's any cross-canceling. So we'll see, does 7 cross-cancel with 2 or 8? No, it does not. 1 cannot cross-cancel. It's already simplified. 5 cannot cross-cancel with 8 or 2. So unfortunately, there's no cross-canceling. So we're just going to multiply across. 7 times 1 is 7, times 5 is 35. Then we have 8 times 2 is 16, times 8 is 128. And then, of course, we need to label. So we know that they are meters. The difference between volume and area is that area we would say meters squared. Volume you actually say meters cubed. All right, so for part B, we're going to do the same thing. Our volume is going to be 3/2 times 3/2 times 3/2. Unfortunately, nothing cancels here, so we're just going to multiply across. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So we have 27 over 8. There's an issue with this. It is improper. We can't leave it like this. So we have to ask ourselves, how many times does 8 go into 27? We know that it goes into 24 3 times. So we're going to put the 3 out front. So since it goes into 24 3 times, we can do 27 minus 24. And we end up getting 3 left over, so 3/8. And then again, this is inches to the power of 3, which we call cubed. All right, so our next example, 1 cubic foot of dirt weighs 70 pounds. How many pounds of dirt can the dump truck haul when it is full? So the first thing we need to see is what is the volume of this dump truck? And then once we know the volume, we can multiply each cubic foot by 70. To figure out how much weight it can hold. So our volume is going to be length times width times height. So 17 times 8 times 4 3/4, which we don't like that. We can't use 4 3/4, so we need to do the around the world. So we'll turn 4 3/4 into an improper fraction by multiplying 4 by 4, which is 16, plus 3, which is 19. So 19 over 4. So we'll multiply this by 19 over 4. We'll put 17 and 8 over 1, and then we can check for cross-canceling. So 17 does not cross-cancel, but 8 and 4 can both be divided by 4, and we get 1 and 2. So really all we need to do is multiply our numerators, since now all of our denominators are 1. So when we multiply 17 by 2 by 19, we end up getting 646 feet cubed. And no, I don't know how to just do that in my head. This is calculator stuff. Please use a calculator to save time for yourselves, because you do not need to worry about doing it by hand at this point. All right, we are not done with this problem, because this is just telling us how big the dump truck is. We need to know how much weight it can hold. So we take this volume and then we multiply it by 70, since each cubic foot weighs 70 pounds. This is 646 cubic feet. So we would do 646 times 70 to figure out how much it can hold. So we'll do 646 times 70, and we end up getting 45,220 pounds. Remember, pounds is labeled LB. It's a lot of weight. All right, so that's it for 8.4. Again, our learning target was I can find the volume of prisms using formulas and models. We did that today. This video is premiering on a Wednesday, which means that next Monday we will go over questions. However, if you have questions on Friday and you want to set up a Zoom meeting with me, just email me and let me know and we can meet. As always, you can email me as well just to ask basic questions, and I can try to explain it over email as well if you're camera shy. All right, guys, have a great weekend if I don't see you before then, and have a good day. Bye.